Hey guys, Clumsy here. Welcome back to Clumsy Trucking Friday! How's everyone doing? Thank you for joining. We are going trucking again today, but this time in the US. It's been a while. What's up everybody? Thank you for joining. We have Tom as the always early bird. This is the real first. Thanks for joining. Hey Evan, Patrick, glad you made it again. And the raft guys, Alex and Jack. Yarr. How are you guys doing? What have you been up to? Hey Geek Squad, glad you made it. Vampire. Is that like an RPG story-based thingy? You liked it. That's good. Sorry I wasn't able to drop by. I saw that she was also streaming. I think it's his 60th birthday. So if he drops by, let's all wish him a happy birthday. Or at least soon. Not sure if he's still streaming. Let me load up the game. If I can find it, that is this one. Lots of talking. That's cool. Hey Sander, that came out of the blue. Thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the gang. Let's call it the gang for now. The Clumsy gang. GG. Hey Omitted, or can I call you Virus? Virus sounds cooler. Welcome to the stream. How are you guys? Let's go and show you that screen. There you go. What's new? Sierra Nevada has been updated to 2.2.15, 2.2.15, and a couple of optimizations, a lot of optimizations. We're going to be driving with the ownable Fontaine trailer. And then we'll be driving with a K100E. It's been updated. Let me load this up so I can turn off the music, because the music is conflicting. You're watching from Windows XP. Wow, throwback. Flashback Friday. Thanks, Sander. Make use of your newly found GG emote and make sure to join the Discord server, !Discord, to maximize the benefits of being a sub. There you go. That's our truck for today, the K100E. It's been updated by overfloater. There's a new model. He even has a video showing the old and the new. But if you're a simple guy like me, you probably won't notice the major differences, because it still looks as amazing as before. But for him, because he has high standards, he knows exactly how he modeled it. He was not happy with the old model. He likes much better this new one. But yeah, it's still as amazing looking as before, with some new tuning parts, I think. Thanks, Alex. Yeah. Super attentive. It is Friday in Singapore. Hey JTF, welcome to the stream. You did good in your second company job. You weren't speeding once. That's great. Yes, we don't like speeders. Or do we? It's kind of hard. There's the truck in all its beauty. The CG paint job, I think, was done by Chi. It should be in the mods list if you guys want to check it out, as well as everything, all the mods I'm using. Mods list link is in the video no, there is no video description yet unless you're watching this in YouTube when it's posted, so !mods. Frame rate wise, we're not doing that good. Wow, look at all these cars. But still above 60. So that might not be that too shabby, huh? What if I lower it down? Let's do an experiment, guys. I've always wanted to try this one. You should get a slightly smoother experience. For myself, it should not be that bad. but I will just lose the capability of my monitor. I will not be able to maximize it. Because if I do this, so I basically cap my frame rate to 60, which is what I'm streaming with anyway, so that the frame rates are more consistent. Oh, it looks so laggy though, I don't know. It feels so laggy for me. Sorry guys, I cannot do it. Once you get a taste of the 120 FPS, it's hard to go back. I'll have to bring it back to 120. The cap at least. Although I can't reach the 120, it still is much smoother, so I'll take it. Okay, take that. Let's turn that off. Nice truck, indeed, indeed. Cover your ears though as I start this engine because it is a bit wheezy. You've been warned. There it is. Hey Cummings, welcome back from Ohio. You guys must be neighbors, you and Alex. You've been AFK. Well, thanks for the gift sub again, Alex. FPS withdrawal, yeah. It's hard to go back. These sounds are, I think, from the V8 mod. It should be in the mods list as well, but if we filter it out, so we have K100E, we have the Krishboom sounds. The one I'm using is from the V8 engines, I think, this one. V8 engines for Kenworth K100E, Autocar, and Kenworth W900A. So one of those is this one, the CAT3408B TA540. So let me know if that is not V8, but based on the mods list, it should be in the mod. There's also a quiet version. I don't think we want it quiet. I think we want it roaring. So I'll keep it this way. But yeah, all the different engine option types. 18-speed retarder. We are good with that. That new 360. Oh my goodness. But to be honest, I don't really recognize. I don't think I will recognize it. I don't think I will notice it. I think I will notice 60 to 100, that range. But above that, it's all the same to me. We are currently in Reno. Any suggestions? Any preferences where to go? I do want to drop by. Where was that? Yosemite Valley, because we've been to Yosemite Valley in one of the special transport videos, but by the time we arrived, it was pitch black. It was night, and it was such a shame that we couldn't see the beauty of it. So I want to take a load going there if possible, just to go and explore it. Hey Togepi, welcome back. How is the weather in Japan right now? Still wintry? From Maryland, there you go. Camp Verde, that's pretty far. Yeah, all these guys are pretty far. If we can sort it by destination, we can teleport there. Cheater. Go to Yosemite Valley. That's Yuma. That should be pretty close. We are, there you go, Yosemite Valley. There are 4 jobs going there. One is from Burns, Eugene, Fresno, San Rafael. I think I like this San Rafael thingy. A backhoe loader. That looks fun, right? We'll be touching a lot of different Sierra Nevada areas there. Let's go with that. North Carolina. So freaking cold. Oh my goodness. I'm wishing for something like that. Because right now I think it's around 31 degrees here in Singapore. And I was looking at the map. I was flying a while ago offline, just practicing some landings with the TBM 900 because I absolutely suck. I think I learned some bad habits along the way. But yeah, I'm trying to fly properly. And I saw that I just realized how close to the equator Singapore is, even compared to the Philippines, to Manila specifically. So yeah, it's that's why. Let's go and get that. The backhoe loader from San Rafael to Yosemite. Greetings from Virginia. Hey, Trumpster. Buildings in Japan are not well insulated. Aren't they now? Backhoe loader? Why? Is that a JDAR friendly? Device? Let's go and enable our hazards here. It's going to be pretty bad though. Is that an invisible wall? No, maybe the traffic light is. Super bright here though. Contrast is a bit intense. Okay, that looks good. Yeah. One sec guys, I'll get back to chatting a bit. Just position myself here. Man, this trailer does not want to turn. Very different from the usual ATS to box trailers. Does that work? It does work. Okay, I'm happy with that. Oh crap, wrong button. Something for my MP drives. I got a comment in YouTube. Was that from you? The sound mod that works in MP. That was very smart. The guy who did that. It's quite an old mod, and it requires a lot of work. But it's a good. I think it's something that we can work with if we like it enough. Let's have a look how that backhoe loader looks like. Oh, that looks amazing, doesn't it? Yeah, this mod is super cool. This ownable trailer, you can load lots of different stuff with it. Oh, that in itself deserves a photo already. There you go. I think I saw that. If that's the video that you sent me. I saw that in the comment, even though I think it got filtered by YouTube. YouTube does not like links. Man, that looks so cool. We have our thumbnail. We have our thumbnail, as easy as that. But who knows? Maybe we'll get even better shots later on. And this is what's so amazing about single player. The ability to take photos as much as you want, whenever you want. That's one of the things I miss whenever I go with MP. 40 miles from Thornville, IRL. Oh, nice. Hey, Cobalt. Welcome to the stream. Smile More shirt. That sounds like a good shirt. Oh, this is nice. We'll have to take a photo when we get to the center of this all. That's going to be an amazing interchange. And then we'll be driving through to Stockton. Past Oakdale. And then we'll get on the bendy bits into Yosemite Valley. I think this is the exact route as the special transport. But I think I want to go through that other way just for a different view, and then going back we can go this way. Yeah, but entering Yosemite Valley, maybe we can go through this point. That seems like a more a more different route. This crimes frosty winter mod indeed. Thanks, Alex. Alright, cover your ears. It's time to start the engine. You've been warned. Inside it's not as bad, but when you go to exterior view you forget to go inside the cab before you start the engine. You're in for a treat. Gears look good and they are reflecting in the telemetry. It's nice. Oh crap, it's going to be close. You also have SIP's traffic density enabled, just for that more realistic traffic, much more filled with cars and everything. I have to remember my braking, advanced braking. Air starter sounds awesome. I always forget that that's what it's called. Why does it sound so different than the other engines? Is an air starter a very different mechanism from the usual ones? What do you call the other starters anyway? Like the conventional starter or the new starter? I have no clue. What's the speed limit here? 55. That's fine. Just cruising along. Man, the roads look great. A regular starter is electric motor. Air starter actually uses air pressure. Ah, okay. Interesting. Do modern engines still use an air starter? 'Cause it sounds pretty old school. Four-way stop. I don't see that kind of stop sign so often. Stop and then a four-way junction indicator there. It's nice attention to detail. Air starters are very rare now. I guess that's why I got so surprised when I heard that engine. Too bad Scotsman isn't here. This looks like we have a train inbound. There you go. You can even hear it. Most likely thanks to Sound Fixes mod by Drive Safely. Anyone with knowledge about this can answer. Graphics to low medium. Freaking graphics mod. Does it help? You mean does it help the frame rate? I don't think Firkin's graphics mod helps with frame rate. I guess it would help with the visuals, how it looks. But the frame rate would be the same, if not very slightly worse. Old school sound, indeed. Sorry, I missed a couple of messages, I think. It's our turn to go left. Just in time. Look at that density of traffic. That looks a lot more realistic, right? All lanes filled. Starting to queue up behind the traffic light. I think there might be too few. I think there might be too much sports cars though. Too many sports cars. That's what I was trying to say. Oh, by the way, you can't see that, can you? That one. The computer thingy. Maybe I should reposition that, huh? Less than 100 subs from 20k. I did not see that. Thanks for reposting it. Nice. Once we hit 20k, we're going to plan the convoy. So we give as much heads up as possible for more people to join. Hey Chi. Yeah, I just dropped by to wish you a happy birthday. Happy birthday, man. Happy 60th. An amazing milestone. Do you get benefits now that you're 60? I think in the Philippines 60 is the senior citizen age. So when you hit senior citizenship, you get a card and you get 20% discount on most of the stuff. An amazing benefit. Something that should be celebrated. Thanks for dropping by, man. Hope you're feeling a bit better. Sacramento. Here we are. This is the giant junction. Stick here and take a photo once we're past those bridges. Interestingly enough, my GPU is not getting loaded fully. My CPU is really struggling. Not really struggling, but it's working hard. Don't dance around with the frame rate. Well, Natural Lux is one, but if you're playing ATS, then Natural Lux is not yet available. Maybe you can try, how do they call this? Oh, this is so amazing looking. Project Next Gen for ATS should have better skies, I think, right? Tilt that a bit. Oh, that's amazing. Now that might be the thumbnail. I can't decide anymore. Everything just looks so good. Definitely Airbus. The F mod improvements with 1.37. It's not only the F mod. I'm excited because I think that implies that they'll be reworking the vanilla sounds so they have a second chance. I hope they don't blow this one, because they don't have very good reputation when it comes to vanilla sounds. I'm really hoping they do their stuff now. 60 years, did not think you would make it. Oh, discounts or benefits for you from the government. You have private income, fortunately. Yeah, doesn't look like you need it, so that's great. Not needing it in the first place is an even better blessing. It does feel a bit stuttery right now, my gameplay. Let's have a look at the perf. Not so sure why. It might be because of my new... Oh crap. Why are you going super slow? Oh, that's probably the graffiti problem with these trucks. Yeah, look at how stuttery that is. If you look at the bar of the frame time, it's really going wild. And if you look at the GPU and CPU, all the threads, nothing is getting maxed out. So it's just pretty inconsistent. Weird. Super weird. What's happening now? Merging in problem. This is a problem with traffic. And when you have a lot of cars because of the traffic density, then this AI problem manifests itself more. No problem, Calvin. more than happy to give inputs. I don't think you can look at any of us to be the authority at these things, but we can share opinions and you can decide for yourself if you want to follow those suggestions or not. Sierra Nevada. Even reshade hurts frame rate, that's true. That is very true. Even the simplest effect maybe hurts FPS by at least 1 or 2. Depends on the effect, because it's a post-processing effect. So it does something after everything else is done, and that's another step. So it can only slow down the perf, if not keep it the same. File environment isn't too bad from what you've seen FPS wise. I think if your graphics card can handle it, it's going to be worth it. Oh, the livestock trailer from Sizzle. Because the trees really look great with files pack. I think Project Next Gen also includes files pack. I believe there's been a bit of controversy around that because he got those trees and used it for his mod. I'm not sure about the details. But yeah, if you use Project Next Gen in ATS 2, it should also have those same great looking trees. Good luck, Calvin. Hope you find that magic combination. Thank you, Mr. Officer. It is a bit framey. Near Sacramento, yes. I saw from 2.2.15 that the FPS has, or the Sacramento area has been optimized. Maybe still not enough, huh? We are in Stockton now. Hey Scales, welcome to the stream. How are you? Yeah, with the 0.14 and 0.15 update, I kept seeing a lot of optimization items, which is good. Yeah, here in this area, FPS is much better. 106, 110. Even with all this traffic. Yeah, it's not the best stable frame rates, but you can live with it. As long as you don't get massive bad stutters, we should be fine. Delete Sacramento? That might be it. That might be the solution right there. Good idea, IRL. Oh. How do you call people from Sacramento? They might not be happy with that. Hey, what the? If you're fine, I'll call you that instead. Welcome to the stream. Didn't know you streamed. Oh, nice. Glad you found me. How did you know I streamed then? How did you drop by? Yeah, before I used to advertise that I was streaming over at YouTube. At some point though, I became lazy and just didn't bother with it. So some people don't realize I actually stream on Twitch twice a week. Looking for mods on ETS. Lucky me. Let me show you a bit of the truck info. That's from Piva, I believe. That should also be in the mods list if you want to download it. They can't say much, they move. What? 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 Oops, sorry. They move in FPS stutters. Oh yeah, those guys. Have you guys played any Raft since our last playthrough? Yesterday, for everybody, we were playing Raft while Jack was streaming. It's been a while, and there's been so much new content. It's a really fun game. Nice to explore and unlock recipes, build stuff, and battle with giant rats and wildly aggressive sharks who we call Bob. Which map do you enjoy driving on? Which map do I enjoy driving on? In ATS, Pro Mods is definitely my favorite. In ATS, Sierra Nevada is now my favorite. So I really can't wait for you guys to check this out. Now this will be released for free. When that will be, I have no clue. But you can get your hands on it already as early as now if you become a donor, if you donate. I think there's a minimum 5 USD donation necessary, then they'll give you a link. But if you are if you can wait for it, then yes, a free version will come out eventually once they stabilize it. Hey JP, glad you made it here, man. Nice. Have you been trucking or playing your guitar? JP has some mad skills with the guitar. Big ratty thing chasing us was so funny. Oh yeah. Those guys are so irritating and they never run out. The large bird I wanted to really get rid of though. Picks up rocks and drops them at you. Smart beasts. Let's turn on our lights here and slow down just a tad. 50 miles might be enough. Just not to be breathing behind this guy's neck. 8 USD donation minimum. There you go. Thanks, Alex. So many sports cars. Can you identify these? Are you one of those guys who knows those models pretty well? Like my nephew. You hate iOS 13. Just disconnected your Wi-Fi for no reason. Speaking of iOS, yeah, Touch Portal still isn't working fully with iOS. It still crashes after X minutes. What time is it? It is 8:30 in the evening, I think. That's bad because that means when we get to Yosemite, it will be dark again. It's the exact problem I've been trying to avoid. Oh, and what happened? Suddenly, are we lagging, guys? Suddenly, all my threads are 100% utilized. You can see 100% everywhere. That's pretty freaky. Not sure what's happening. That doesn't look good. Okay, I think it's normalizing. There might have been a Windows update in the background or something. Phew, that was scary. Not lagging. Okay, that's good. Hey, that's a nice AI car. Time sheet coming up. If only you could really cheat time here in Truck Sim without having a negative impact. I wish you could like change the time without it affecting your ETA on the load. Just like in X-Plane, you can just change the time and see the sun coming up, coming down, and all that smooth transition. I wish they could have that a button to increase or decrease time, move time forward or backward without affecting the job itself. So that's going to make it much more much friendlier, much more friendly for the taking photos and stuff. Turn camera up, maybe. Yay mods, yes. Hey Tesla, welcome back. Alex's best friend. Don't want to miss those twisty mountain bits. That's true. I think we will have to... can we sleep? No, we cannot. So we will just have to deliver this late. I mean, money doesn't really matter. We have 26 million already. Almost 27. So money is the last thing we need. In this profile at least. In real life, that's a different topic. So what have you guys been watching recently? Watching any cool series, either on Netflix, anywhere else in YouTube? Finished watching Billions, the latest season. I think it's my #1 show right now. It even beats GG. It's so good, I want to rewatch it from the beginning. And I don't normally do that. I normally just move on. I'm not a fan of rewatching stuff. Clumsy Trucker up ahead. House MD, oh that's an amazing series, yes. Absolutely enjoyed that one. How many seasons are there in House? 8? The Gilmores have taken a back seat. Oh yeah, they've been beaten. The Billions is such an amazing series. Just scratches all my itches. Didn't sound so good. Thanks for following, Skills. Glad you made it to the stream. Yeah, I think it's 8. That had a pretty good ending as well, right? Braking is not too bad now. I'm starting to think the braking problem is with the Lone Star. Because with the K100E, even with frosty physics, I don't have a problem with braking. Okay, I think we'll have to rest up here now. Rest up here. There is a motel nearby. Yeah, Fresno Motel. Maybe you can hog the parking area. Where's the entrance? These guys aren't very welcoming. Oh yeah, that doesn't look too homey. I think I'll stay in the truck. You guys stay in the motel. Yeah, I'll leave that guys to you. I'll take one for the team. You guys sleep there. I'll just stay here and we'll catch each other in the morning, okay? I don't think I'm brave enough for that. You're in 1. Yeah, season 1. It's amazing. With Cameron, Chase, and who was the other guy? Who's your favorite doctor in there? Let me see. It's nice how they have different personalities and characters, and just let's go with the console. This touch portal thing is so cool. The macros and stuff. Set time to, what time do you want? 6 a.m. And voila, we have daytime. And we are super late. Oh, that looks so good. I'll have to take a photo soon, guys. Before that sun rises fully. Looks like that hotel would have yes, those big rat thingies would fit in very well with that kind of environment. Okay, let's take a photo here. Nice sunrise indeed. Now let's take a shot like this one. Bit wider. That looks great. Something from here would be even nicer. Use my keyboard so it's faster. Oh yeah, that one is a keeper. If we make a super wide shot here, that will be amazing. Can you imagine it already? That's the one. Maybe from this side is better. Not opposed to that view. Let's take a wider shot like so. Okay, I'm happy. That pic looks so good. Right? Goodness. That's why NL is worth all the installation steps. Hey Sulaiman, welcome back. Glad you made it again. How have you been? I get a lot of complaints with Natural Lux. Like the semi-support system, especially that video I have with realistic graphics. My secret to realistic graphics. A lot of guys asking stuff about NL and how to install it, and I point them to the installation instructions in the support forums. But every now and again I would get complaints. It's such a hassle to install NL and all that stuff. I can understand where they're coming from. NL is not the easiest thing to install. It's pretty advanced stuff. Lots of steps, lots of roundabout things you need to do. And I'm sure Kirill has his reasons. Security, filtering for trolls, and all that stuff. For bots as well. But yeah, all I can say is it's more than worth it to go through all those hoops with this kind of visual that you get. And I can't wait for NL to be available also for ATS publicly. So right now it's still in closed beta. Netflix in Prime Singapore Originals. Yes. Oh, you mean made in Singapore? That's a good question. I have seen one which is where Singapore is the topic, but I haven't watched it, to be honest. I wasn't that interested. There have been a lot of Filipino movies that are now in Netflix though. I don't think there's one that has been made specifically by Netflix yet. So it's like Philippine movies which are now available in Netflix, but not Netflix originals just yet. Hey Joey, welcome back. How are you? I'm guessing it's only a matter of time though before they release some Netflix originals from each country. Is that a camera? That's nice. Didn't notice those things existed on top of traffic lights before. Sneaky. So you really caught red-handed when you beat the traffic light. Doing good, Joey. Hey, Sparksel. Is that how it goes? Love. Here we go. Entering the road to Yosemite Valley. Remade in Sierra Nevada map mod. It is ATS. It is the K100E truck. Last minute turning, fine. But you don't have the ambulance sirens, so I don't think it's an emergency. They're just crappy driving. Fresno, gateway to the Sierras, indeed. How true that is. El Mundo de Jerez. Welcome to the stream, man. How are you? Man, I love that subtle fog. You can see that subtle fog in the distance, and you can distinguish the trees closer to us are more how do you say, darker color, and then you can really feel the fog from here. Commercial trucking prohibited in Yosemite Valley. Everybody keep quiet. This is going to be our secret. Doing good, man. Can't wait for the weekend just because it's the weekend. Who doesn't love the weekends? To be honest, I've not been the most hyped about work recently. With all the things that have been happening in life, and you guys know what I'm talking about, it makes me think, like, do I really need this? Is it worth it? Not the YouTube stuff, but the full-time work stuff. And I'm starting to think what else I could be doing instead. And if I could make it work financially, even without the work. But yeah, it's a process. And we'll see. But I will for sure keep you posted when we come up with something. But new year, new plans. We'll see how that goes. This is a pretty nice looking entrance. Let's go and take a photo here. Maybe as we pass the entrance. Oh, definitely not, Hades. Definitely not. I wish. But we are not at that point. Not by far. If I were to live off YouTube and Twitch, I would probably... Well, I will for sure be living on the streets. And I will not be able to afford food. Maybe for the first week or two I can afford food. The income I'm getting. But no, definitely not. Hey, thank you for following. Welcome to the channel. Feel free to say hi in chat and join us. Goof around and stuff. Man, that looks great. Let's take something from here so that we can take a shot of the entire mountain. Maybe something like... It's a bit dark. I guess we can make that work. Nice. Life in SG is pretty pricey, that's very true. So if you move back to the Philippines, then the cost will be cut in half. The living expenses will be cut in half. Although, to be honest, Philippines is a growing economy. It's a developing country and it's really developing. So the prices have been really skyrocketing the past few years. So I won't be surprised if it matches Singapore in, like, I don't know, 10 years time. But yeah, at the moment, 4,000 feet elevation here. Nice. Getting pretty cold probably. Although don't believe that computer dashboard, it says 62 degrees Fahrenheit. Does anyone have a nice way to convert Fahrenheit to Celsius? Like, I don't know, 30 degrees Celsius is how much Fahrenheit? Just so I have an idea. I think you guys told me about this already. Of course, I just forgot about it. Oh, stay in your lane. I'm not partnered on Twitch. Oh yeah, I am far away from being a partner. I am an affiliate, so you can subscribe to me, you can cheer and stuff. But the road to partner is only available for the big guys, and I'm not one of those. I wish, but no, very far away from it. I am from the Philippines. I don't speak Chavacano, only Filipino, Tagalog. I am from Luzon, from Manila. I'm a city boy. 32 Fahrenheit is 0 Celsius. There you go, I think that one I can get behind. 30, 0, more or less. So 70 Fahrenheit is what? Around 20 degrees Celsius? Roughly double, then add 30. That works. Yeah. Yes, affiliated. $21. Okay. That's easy enough. Thank you. Yeah, that's a good thing. Double it and then add 30. So 20, double it, 40, add 30, that's around 70. So 20 degrees, around 20 degrees Celsius, around 70 degrees Fahrenheit. That's a good enough estimate for me just to have an idea about things. So if I convert it, I subtract 30 and then divide by 2. What a math genius. Right, okay. Gotcha. 16 Celsius is 61 Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit is a specifically US thing, right? I mean, miles also UK uses it, but I think Fahrenheit only the US uses that. Even Canada I don't think uses Fahrenheit, does it? And does Canada use kilometers or miles? I keep forgetting these things. Did reduce by 32. Man, this guy is super slow. Even though it's no overtaking here. No one's looking. I mean, we are illegally here in the first place, having a commercial load, being on this route. Might as well go all out. Reduce 32, multiply by 5, divide by 9. No thank you. Yeah, the accurate formula is that one, but it's too much for my brain to do on the fly while doing everything else. Good to know though. Canada is fully metric. Ah, I see, okay. So they're sensible people, huh? Loving these very subtle bends. Almost don't need to slow down with how friendly they are. Just enjoy the winding roads. Just Google it, that's true. I need Google Voice in here so that even while I'm streaming, okay Google, what is yada 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 yada? Oh, actually that's a good idea, huh? That's a good excuse to buy Google Home. After all, Mrs. Clumsy wants to start having a smart home and having a what do you call that? That device that detects her voice. That might be something we can use. Really? Okay, Google. What is 30 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit? Wonder if Tom's phone caught that. I don't think I have that function enabled in my phone. But even without the Google Home, I can actually use that on my smartphone, huh? If I make it actively listening. Might be a bit intensive though with the battery. If there was an option to like only enable that active listening when it's charged, when it's charging, that would be great. There might be. I'll have to explore that. Man, this looks so great. When we get into the thick of things, we'll take a photo. What's this guy doing? What are these guys doing? Looks like a tourist attraction coming up ahead. A couple of guys doing selfies and stuff. Nice. Hey, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Okay, Alex. What is Alexo? Your girlfriend wanted a smart home. She made badumts. And there you go. And that's why we have Alex around. Alexo, tell me a joke. Goodness. Oh, that is such an amazing shot right there. Loving the look of these trees. Take a shot from below the ground like this, ground level. And maybe get a little bit of, actually, no, a bit up would be nice so they get that curvature of the road. So good. A bit wider might work as well though. Sorry guys, one sec, huh? Oh yeah. This is not a bridge, but for this kind of view, I make an exception. The assist is what was caught because it spells like something similar word. Let's not go through the details of that one. Thanks Alex for approving it. Nightbot is Jack's best friend. Man, that engine sounds so good, huh? So nice to rev it up like that. I think it likes 2000 RPM actually. Oh my goodness, that looks so nice. False. Let's take a shot from this side. Sorry for all the photo pauses. I know some people hate it, but I cannot resist it, guys. Hi, I'm Clumsy, and I am a proud photoholic. Oh, how can you not take a photo of that? Remove the blur. Let's get in there. Maybe this would be a nice thumbnail. Hear me roar. Move it up like so. That is an amazing shot. I'm going to have trouble later picking a thumbnail. And if you guys want to check out the screenshots, want to download it or use it for your wallpaper or something, I do share all these photos in my Facebook page. I'm not sure if you have a command for that, but it should be facebook.com/theclumsygeekgaming. And you should get access to that. I'll post all these photos at the end of the stream so you can get a copy. Thanks for the merch link, Alex. Get yourselves a cup. Maybe we should come up with more designs, clumsy trucking, like a clumsy trucker at the back, and then a CG sign in front, or a fancy tagline or something. We can start thinking into that so that it would be more interesting to get a merch. Clumsy or nothing, something like that. I'm no marketing genius though, so you will have to help me out there. Take too many thumbnails and you won't be able to pick things up. Is this raft style? Man, look at the views. Music sounds like a haunted house playlist. Yeah, sometimes the songs are a bit Halloweenish. We will aspire to be clumsy. I don't think anyone will buy that. Very nice. And yeah, this truck just drives so good, so smooth. Such a pleasure to drive with. This is my absolute favorite truck in the game, in ATS. Even have those winds. Careful, might get blown over. Waiting for the lullaby. Oh yeah, I haven't removed that yet. Yeah, that will come soon enough. Yosemite Village, that's where we're going. Ow, 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 oh crap. Thankfully, no one was turning in the opposite lane, otherwise they would have had a bad day. You pick things up, put them down. Planet Fitness ads, I don't think I have. Might be a US thing only. Is it good? Is it catchy? Yeah, the marketing guys, some of them are real geniuses, huh? And yeah, when you have a YouTube channel like this, you need some of those skills. This place is pretty much filled with people. Is it holiday season? Everybody's going here. Did you have to pucker up? So did I. You're not alone. Did your butt lift off the ground? That's how my dad felt every time before when he was teaching me how to drive for the when I was not yet when I didn't have when I didn't know how to yet. Whenever I would come close to a house or a street or a dead end, he would have his hands on the handhold of the car, and then his butt would lift a little, and then his feet would like try to step on the imaginary brakes. You get that feeling? You get what I mean? Yeah. Yes, I definitely had those instances as well when Mrs. Clumsy was learning to drive, was beginning to drive. What is that? Oh, something wrong with the trailer modeling. Something's floating there. That one. That's with the own trailer probably. Maybe with this load. Maybe some of the screws and bolts are not tightly knit or something. But yeah, I think it's a phase. It's a part of your driving experience. There will be a time when you're not yet knowledgeable about these stuff, and you'll end up having someone lift their butts off for you. How do you get your screen to move when you move your head? It's called Track IR. There you go. Thanks, Alex. Hey, Cinnamon. Nice name. Makes me hungry. Welcome to the stream. Lots of people here. Cool stuff. I've been to the Yosemite, I'm not sure what you call it, village. When we went to the US last 2007, the family, we went here to Yosemite. First time I saw snow, just a patch of snow on the ground. But I can't remember much of it anymore. I just remember we have a family photo. This one. Mrs. Clumsy and I weren't even a thing yet back then. So this was with my dad, mom, and brother. Yeah, I think we still have that photo. Good times. Here we go. Yes, it's like an eye tracker, but it's a head tracker. So it tracks the head movements. So you see these reflectors on my cap. This is an add-on. This is like a device that you attach to your cap. And these three reflectors are detected by the camera in front of me. There's a separate hardware for it. And so it is able to triangulate my head position using these three reflectors. So when I move my head, it knows that I'm moving it left and right. And so it does that movement accordingly. It's pretty smart and it's super accurate. There's also an alternative, the Tobii Eye Tracker, wherein you don't need any paraphernalia at all. You don't need a cap, you don't need headset, you don't need reflectors. It just detects your eye automatically. And that's an amazing product, especially if you don't like those wearing anything. Maybe you wear a shirt and some shorts, but you don't need to wear headgear. Is this where we're parking? No, this is no parking. That Greyhound bus is in trouble. Yosemite National Park. Let's take a photo here. Yep. Somebody wrecked indeed. Yeah. Here we are. Let's take a photo in front of the village. Somebody's mad. Somebody's really mad. Let's go position ourselves here. Take a nice photo in front of the house. What is this, guys? Like a hotel? Like a bed and breakfast thing? Or is it like a country club? Looks like a B&B. I have no idea. Looks cool though. Looks pretty homey. Looks perfect for vacation. It's a fancy hotel. Nice. Question to you guys with steering wheels. How do you set up your steering wheel? I mean, do you always have it connected? And if so, where is your keyboard? Because right now for me, the keyboard is not that accessible. That's why I keep using the mouse just to do this. Because the keyboard, I can reach it only with one hand at this point. I think I need a bigger desk or something like this side so I can reach it easily. How did you manage to do that? That's nice. Use some points. That should be a thing. What should we call that thing? Inverted logo kind of deal. Mirror universe. Fancy. We should get a shirt like that. So that when we... Oh crap. Oh, we actually fit through somehow. Just slid across. I mean, we probably won't earn anything from this job because it's urgent and I just slept on that fancy motel. But as long as we finish it. Man, the snow is really bright. I think the contrast needs to be adjusted a bit because this is Natural Lux plus Frosty mod. But the Natural Lux contrast doesn't take into account that it would be super white snow on the ground instead of the normal grass. You mount your wheel on the keyboard tray. Keyboard then stays on the desktop. I can imagine that setup. Yeah. So you have your keyboard still within reach. Right, that's cool. If only I had something like that, huh? Makes me think now. If I could make like a platform which I put on top of the steering wheel and then I put the keyboard there. Oh man, that gives me ideas. Yeah, and here I can reach it. That's great. Maybe I can have something custom made. It should be cheap enough to have like a wood maker do something like that, like a simple platform. Well, I can't DIY it for sure. I'm hopeless at these things. But yeah. Just need to measure it up. I have no clue. You remove your wheel completely when not in use. Ah, so you also remove it. Yeah, I'm just quite lazy to remove it. But yeah, I think it's a necessity because it's too much otherwise. Oh crap. No, not that way. Let's fix this. Hey name, welcome back. Put your keyboard beside it on the left. That's what I'm doing, but yeah, I think I don't have enough table space, so it ends up being too far away from me. If I know someone who can make these custom things, I would have them make like a plank which can attach to the table somehow. And this plank is where you connect your steering wheel, where you connect your flight yoke. So then you can just detach that plank and then switch it with the other device or remove it. So you don't have to screw things on and off every time. You just switch planks basically. Okay, that looks good. Can hardly see the line. Should be somewhere here though. There it is. And then the plank would be like, I don't know, so you can slide it in to lock it in place, or I have no clue. Or that's the one you bolt in. I'm sure someone would have a nice idea. The experts. Late. Guys ready to earn 0? Et voila. Yeah. You made the plank for your X52. Oh, nice. So you slide it in? Man, that didn't sound so good. Your desk is old, still has a keyboard tray. Yeah, old school desks. I had one of those before. Reword that. Let's not try again. That won't sound nice. Okay, from Yosemite Valley, we want to head north, so we get on that other side of the track. And we can head to Utah actually. Or we can pass by Eureka. That can be a thing. But that's another backhoe. It's an urgent delivery again. I hate these guys. Why is everything urgent? You guys need to chill. Everything is going south. That's not what we want. The only thing that's going north is that guy. Alright. I think we'll have to go with that. Hang on. So this means what? Okay, I have to go to the other stop. That's nice. And Alex takes the blame. Hey, that's how that CG looks like. That logo on the mug. That's a very nice hanging toy made by Kirill. Amazing look, and how that blue color is semi-transparent. Amazing piece of work there. Thanks again, Kirill. Yeah, that's the one. Exactly. Let's see, is it that one? Did I nail it? Yeah, nailed it. Yeah, we have to have a name for this. The Great Reverse. I don't know. You guys can see, I'm not the best at naming things. The bus is still there. People are losing it. Yeah, the bus is still there. Let's give him a nudge. Let's help out these guys. Okay, because I am a nice guy, I will help you. Come on, just a little push. Probably the engine just needs a bit of a kick. Switch to low gear here. Man, this guy wouldn't budge. I think we need to detach the trailer or sick. I hope it doesn't fall off. Oh, he's good. I think he's good. Come on. Come on. He has his brakes on. I just lost 900. Oh yeah, well worth it. If you're able to help out the guy, I'd say it's worth it. Come on, my ears. Yeah, same here. This guy's not budging. Maybe we have to hit it from another angle. Angle of attack. A literal angle of attack. Blug. There you go. Right you off. Bye, side mirrors. Did it work? Oh, there it is. There it is. And then he stops again. That guy is hopeless. Let's leave him. Yeah, I'm a very helping guy. Sometimes though, some people are beyond help. Is that him? No, I think that's a different guy. The traffic has reached all the way around to that point. The Greyhound bus is there. Those guys can't move in, and look at the traffic building up to that. Oh my goodness. Good luck, guys. Hey, Dejan. Welcome back, man. Thanks for the host. Angle of attack for the win. Actually like that platform here, this high. Oh, that's amazing. Yes. I'll go and find a woodworker. I'm not sure how many of those we have here in Singapore. Maybe I'll get lucky. Thanks for the idea. Sorry if I was focusing too much on the angle. Here, okay, that looks better. Yep, gotcha. Doing great. Emotes can tell a lot of stories, and that one tells the entire story. By the way, let me try something out. Did that work? That didn't, did it? I'm not sure what this button does. It says create clip, this button, like a Twitch clip in Touch Portal, but doesn't seem to do anything. Just spam it. Does it do anything, guys? Doesn't think so. Whoa, look at these winds. Now this one is the Yosemite Village. That one a while ago was, I don't know, the Yosemite Hotel. Don't forget to have him tilt. Or right, ergonomics. Just enough to tilt it, but not to tip it over or let it fall, let it slide off. So nice here. We are all downloading 30 clips. But for real, nothing's happening. Let me click it one more time. I don't think anything's happening, huh? How does it work really? How do you make a clip in Twitch? I'm such a noob in Twitch, I don't even know that. I should know these things. We don't have Rohan the clip master. Turn left here. Get that cargo in. I think it's another backhoe. Okay. Oh no, Swift driver incoming. Let's clear the road before he gets near. I'm one to talk. I don't think I'm in any position to criticize anyone's driving. There you go. Backhoe loader again. And urgent again. Oh, I hate to do it, but fine. Where do we do this? I think it's there. Okay, that's the one. Like this. Yeah, how do you do that? Do you go to a different site and then have to pick the time and stuff? Because I would expect there would be more info needed from me. Like in Touch Portal, all it says is create clip, that command, and it doesn't ask for like what time, what something. So I'm guessing it fills that out automatically. But nothing's happening. I might have to ask the guys, the developers, about that one. Because it looks like a nice feature, but not working for me at the moment. Click it and it takes you to an editor. Ah, on the screen itself. I see. Hey, that actually fit. That reverse actually worked. Lucky. That's what happens when you forget to go inside the cab before you start the truck. Let's have a look at the map. Yeah, that's the nice route. Look at all those whiny bits. I like it. And then we can pass through Route 376. That's a Nevada state route. Okay. Looks good to me. Double chevron. Interesting. Okay. And off we go. How many miles do we have? 1,000 miles. Yikes. Not sure if we can finish it this stream, but we'll go as far as we can. And this time we won't cheat the time, so we have a chance of earning something. Because I realize it's not only the XP. Oi! Wow. Smart driver. That's for you. Oh crap. Can you guys not give me more space? Thank you. I think the drivers here are itching to go on vacation. Can't wait. Hey, Anime. Welcome back. How have you been doing? Our frames like not too shabby. Yeah, I'll take it. I also re-enabled Sizzle's trailer pack because I missed those different trailer skins. Real company trailer skins. Doing awesome. Excited for the weekend. What do you guys have on your radar? Not Jadar, okay? Radar. Games radar. Any games coming up soon? Any things you're looking forward to? New DLCs, new updates, and whatnot? How's Elite doing, by the way, Jap? I saw that there was a January update. Didn't see any big stuff in there though, but I think I saw a lot of bug fixes. Hey Jay, glad you made it, man. Were you busy as usual? Okay, let's wait. Pump the brakes. Let's not hit that. That looks expensive. There you go. If you say so. Thank you for giving way. I feel bad going past an ambulance like that. But he didn't have these sirens, so I guess it's not that important. You. That sounds painful. Did Rohan make the cut? Hey Rohan. Came just in time for the culling. Jay's culling. How are you, man? Have you been able to play yet? Oh, I think it's the weekend. The weekend is your turn, huh? School first. I heard that. I see. Let me know when you do. I'm thinking of getting back, but not so sure if it will be worth it. I've been seeing all these like Star Citizen updates though the past few weeks. Looks like something big came up in Star Citizen. I've heard that it's like the next big thing, but it never materialized, or it hasn't yet. Not sure if any of that has changed still. Where did those itchy legs come from? But anyway, I've been hearing that in the raft session. Narrow bridge, photo bridge. Oh, that looks so great. Stop in the middle, take a photo before that truck gets us in trouble. Beautiful. So good. Ah, yeah. Going to have trouble later picking a thumbnail. Points at Rohan. Where did it come from? The origin of Jack's itchy legs. I think that will be worth a story in itself. Can be made into a DLC. You have an interview at Honda tomorrow. Nice. What are you applying for? Test driver? Nothing happened. Leg sim coming soon. The camera angle would be first person looking down at your legs, and then you would get these red parts, and then you would have to click on them, do that scratching thing, hold the left mouse button and do that gesture. And then you'd hear like, ah. That might be entirely different altogether, but let's stick to the legs. Let's not try that on any other body part. Man, this looks amazing. Thank goodness we have daytime here. K100E. Yes. New update which improved the models. I don't know. To be fair, they looked so good before, but overfloater improved them and they're even better now. I am pretty ignorant on how to spot the differences though. To me, it looks just as amazing. I sure love how it handles though. Just goes wherever you want it to go. When you steer, it moves that way. And it just follows you. Hey Axman, welcome to the stream. Same here, this is my favorite truck in ATS. Without a doubt. There is a winter mod and it applies to all the map mods supposedly. So if you download Grimes Frosty mod, that works. If you have Sierra Nevada, if you have Coast to Coast, that should work either way. Because how it works is the Frosty mod, the winter mod, changes the textures, the trees, the grass, the roads. And so when the maps use those trees, use those roads, they apply the same wintry effect. And most of the maps reuse whatever is in there already. It will not work only if a map has its own textures, which is not too often the case. Can't wait to see what SCS fires in 2020. Alright. SCS already mentioned that in the first half of the year you get nothing. Oh really? I thought that was for the DLCs. I didn't get that it was also for the updates. I'm hoping 1.37 gets released in the first half of the year. Otherwise, that would seem too long a wait. Fmod. Fmod sounds. Can't wait to hear the difference. And can't wait for Rohan to pitch in, our in-house engine expert. Is that what you're applying for in Honda, Rohan? The engine sounds evaluator. That's a good title. They would rev it up for you and not loud enough. That's how they do it in real life, right? In other sports cars. I've heard that. I'm not sure, depending on the brand, they have different ways of doing it. There's a certain manufacturer, maybe you know more about this, but I heard it from the podcast. They say that when you step on the gas at a certain level, they add engine sounds to the speakers so that you hear it more. It's a more fulfilling sound. It feels more like a powerful car because they add engine sounds to the speakers. A different manufacturer has a different way of doing it. When you step on the gas enough, they open a valve, so like you can hear from the outside more, which means you hear the engine more, so it sounds louder. So these like tricks to make the experience more fun for those fancy car buyers. I guess that's especially useful if you have a hybrid or an electric car altogether. Yesterday we took a cab home and we were in this Prius. It was super silent when it was stopped, like no sound whatsoever, even when it was moving very slowly. It was kind of like, where's the engine? Where's the engine? Like S interior volume 0.0001. Prius, yes, your favorite, Rohan. Yuck. It's interesting though, so maybe you guys can fill me in on this. If you have a hybrid car, does that mean you have a smaller engine? Because in Singapore, I recently learned, man, that guy is taking his time, huh? I recently learned that it's a very important, the engine size, how many cc's. I think that's the engine size, right? Or volume or whatever. It's a very important factor in Singapore because you get charged. There's a road tax or something based on the size of your engine and the size, the COE, the license. You have to buy that license in order to buy a car. It's like license to drive, but it's not a driver's license, it's a different thing. So the price of that depends on how big the engine is. So here in Singapore, apparently, the norm is even the bigger SUVs have very small engines, like less than 1,000 cc for some of them, so that the price will be cheaper. And I guess you don't need that much power here anyway. The land is so small. You only have highways which go up to 100 kilometers per hour legally. Okay, so you don't really need that much power. And I don't know, with hybrid situations, does it get smaller? Synthetic exhaust via speakers. Yeah, that's the one. Didn't know that was a real thing. I thought that was just like an idea. These two map expansions have been announced sooner than previous DLCs, not indicate they will be released at an earlier time. This is because our main focus for the first half of the year, taking outside for truck sim. So that does indicate that there would be an update in the first half of the year. No DLCs, but first half 1.37 sounds like a possibility. Me likey. I'm actually more excited with 1.37 than Idaho or Iberia, just because it would give a fresh start for SCS with in the sound department. Oh, there's the music you're waiting for, Jack. It's their time to shine. or time to sleep. Night, guys. Oh, so slowly. Yeah, so I was surprised. Like a compact SUV, a Toyota compact SUV. I have to gas up here. I should have turned in there. Apparently has less than 1,000cc. Like SUV, less than 1,000cc. I remember Mrs. Clumsy's car before, the Ford Fiesta, had like 1.3 liters. So that's 1,300cc, right? I think. It's like, what? How can those cars move exactly? But then if it makes the stuff much cheaper, why the heck not? Because the cars here in Singapore, I think you've seen that, are like, I don't know, 10 times more expensive than the normal car because you have to buy that license, that COE. And it changes every 2 weeks apparently. That price of the COE is like changing every 2 weeks. Because it's like a lottery in a way. They cannot hand out so much of that because they're trying to control the cars, number of cars on the roads. So they make it more expensive when there are more cars on the road to control the car population in a way. I'm not so sure, to be honest. I've never looked because I might fall off my chair. So I just never looked. But from what I hear, maybe 10 times more expensive. That's why when you know these surveys, like most expensive city to live in, Singapore is always number 1. But I think that's because it factors in the car. So when you buy a car for yourself, then yeah, the living expenses will shoot way up because of that different factor. But if you exclude it, it's still expensive, but it's not the most expensive. By the way, Mrs. Clumsy and I went on a date last night. We went to this Italian resto I found online. I think we have a new favorite Italian resto. We'll have to go there during our cheat days. So good. The staff is very friendly. Food is authentic. Price is affordable. Nothing fancy. Feels like a home. This very homey feel of the restaurant, not the like the fine dining kind of thing. That's what I like. Feels like just very simple place, very homey. Next time we should try some pizzas and pastas, because last night we were focusing more on the cheese platter and the meat platter and stuff. I'm craving for it already. Might have to wait for a month for it though. It's not the cheapest place out there, so I don't think we can make it a weekly habit. That will absolutely hammer our food budget, or food spending plan, some people like to call it. A Pajero, yeah, Mitsubishi Pajero, 1.1 liters. Yes, it's so weird. I mean, in the Philippines, we have a Montero. The Montero, I can't remember, I think it's 2.4 liters. So like hearing something below 1 liter is like, what? How does that move? But yeah, in all honesty, you don't really need a car here. A car is something you get when you've gotten everything else you've wanted. That's in my opinion. Here in Singapore, that's like the icing on the cake. A nice to have. When you don't have anything else to spend your money on, then you get a car. $92K for a Civic base model. How much is it normally? 9K? Hey blah, our VT logger. How are you? Been shooting out some bugs recently. 2.8 turbo. Yeah, exactly. 25 here for the base model. There you go. So it's not, at least it's not 10 times, but it is what? 4 times almost more? Yeah. That's because of the COE. I'm not sure if that 92k includes the COE already. Maybe. Oh, beautiful. I remember this spot. Beautiful. Long day. Oh, get some rest, man. Take a ride on the Clumsy trucking, chill driving solutions. You guys might not be familiar. Maybe Jay has an idea. How do you ship something from the US if normally it doesn't ship? Like the establishment doesn't ship to the other countries, especially in Asia. Like if it's a US only shipping, how do you make it reach you? Because I think there are some freight forwarders out there. Not sure if they could rely on them though. Like you would have a US address, a US PO box or something, and then they would deliver it there, and this freight forwarder would then deliver it to you. Because I'm thinking of doing something like that, and maybe getting some extra stuff, because simulation gear is very rare in these parts, and I'd like to help out some of the guys. So like for example, if we have, I don't know, some viewers from Singapore, from the Philippines, I've had some comments where they're looking for like track IR or a yoke, and they don't have access to it. Maybe I can help out a bit in that regard. I'll help out myself too. Rohan is buying a Prius. He bought one already. He traded in his Civic. Didn't you hear? Reminded me of you, yes. So you're the shipping expert. Prius Type R, that's the one. Amazon India. Like for example, let's take this example. There's the honeycomb yoke, this new yoke that released, and everybody's raving about it. But it's currently, at least in the site itself, it's a US only delivery. And there are like 2 local shops in Singapore which have it in their catalog, but it says sold out. So I guess you'll have to order it from them and have to wait a couple of weeks. Maybe there's some extra shipping costs. And I was thinking maybe I can order it from Honeycomb directly. But yeah, it's apparently a US only. It only accepts US addresses. So we'll have to have like a middleman to ship that here. And I'm thinking if there are companies who do that reliably. It'd be tricky though. I'll have to look into that. Maybe I can do a buy and sell, huh? Yeah, that would be a good synergy. If only I had more viewers from Singapore, Philippines, or anywhere in Asia, I could do that. Like, I could be their middleman. I could sell off like simulation equipment too, branch off into sim gear. And then this channel would be the nice, very nice advertisement, very nice way of getting people to know that. That would be cool. Business ideas. Sure thing, Rohan. Enjoy. Hey, Bay Medic. I did. I tried it. I am not good at it yet, but I am planning to fly more on VATSIM. Yeah. I have a VOD somewhere in YouTube of the first time I tried VATSIM, and the guys here were there. And I spent like 30 minutes composing myself and getting ready to speak. It's so scary. At least for me. Scared to make mistakes, scared to get scolded, scared of doing the wrong thing. But yeah, takes some getting used to. Oh, that looks so great, huh? Homestead Point. So nice. This is so lovely. Non-profit business idea. Well, it could be profitable. I'm sure I could mark that up. Why is there a tractor here? Jack! How do you end up here? Well, that might not be Jack. He would have had no way to start his own tractor. That might be Chi, actually. Yeah, that would make more sense. The more you do it, the easier it gets. That's what I heard. Hopefully, it is the same case for me. You started in VATSIM in 2006, age 14. Flash forward to now, you're fully licensed, instrument-rated commercial pilot. Wow! That is amazing! Congrats! That is so cool. GG. Props to you, bae. So you fulfilled that dream, huh? That is amazing. Do you fly for airlines? Or are you like a, how do you call it? Private jet pilot? VATSIM had a lot to do with sparking your interest. Man, now I want to get into VATSIM. That sounds pretty cool. I'd like to be an VATSIM expert on my DBM 900. Oh my goodness. This view, all the colors and the snowy mountain mixing on top of it, even if I'm outside the line. This is going to be so cool. Oh yeah, that's the one. Nailed it. Amazing. But yeah, that's the thing I absolutely love being in the US or in the UK. You have access to all these goodies. If there's a new product that comes out, you have access to it. You're the first dibs. For us in Asia, we get you get it a couple of months after if we're lucky. Whether that's Netflix, whether that's a new yoke, new hardware, computer parts and whatnot. First world benefits. I had a dream, actually I still have a dream, of becoming a supplier. Not supplier, maybe not supplier itself, but like a computer shop. A guy who can build PCs. And like, just think of it, like, in the beginning I could like partner up with some computer shops, and later on I could be my own. Have like a Clumsy rig, you know, have a CG logo in the pre-built desktop, things like that. Would be amazing, and make it more like the parts are more for simulation stuff. It's so cool. That's the dream, being able to do that along with a channel. So many synergies. Order it on Amazon US. They do ship to India and Singapore too. So the honeycomb, it's available in Amazon US. Oh, that's cool. So maybe that's the first place I can check it in. Because I only checked in the website itself, and they are limited to US only. Cool, thanks. Thanks for the tip, man. Maybe I'll Nah, but the problem is if I get that yoke, I'll also have to buy rudder pedals and everything. Yikes. Okay, maybe next time. We'll see when I splurge on it. Thanks, Jay. You've been looking for a PC builder. That's cool. Yeah, love to. It comes with rudder pedal and throttle? Honeycomb? Oh, nice. I didn't know they had rudder pedals as well. I knew they had throttle. Yoke or 2080 Ti? You know what? I'd like both. I can ask Mrs. Clumsy to gift it to me, and then I can buy the 2080 Ti. Or vice versa. Oh my goodness. Yeah. It's gonna be pricey. How much is the stuff, the package, Jay? Honeycomb, yoke, rudder pedals, and throttle. Let me brace on my table so I don't fall off when I hear it. Okay, I'm ready. Braced. And the lighting looks so good even at night. 400? It's not bad actually. Wow. USD. So that's around, what, 600, 700 SGD? Ah, yeah, that's pricey. But it's not too bad. That is very tempting. That's going to be perfect in time for Flight Sim 2020. Plus tax and customs. So that might amount all in all to 1,000 SGD. Oh my goodness. Okay, I don't think I'm bracing enough here. Okay, we're now leaving Yosemite. Looks like. Won't ship honeycomb yoke internationally, not eligible. Oh, dang it. That's what I was afraid of. I wonder why. Hey guys. Thanks for not giving us a penalty passing through. Enjoy the views. Yoga Pass. Elevation? Almost 10,000 feet up above. Pedals and throttle you can buy locally. Yes, that one is more available. But Honeycomb, what's the company name? They have their own throttle that's coming out. I might wait for that to come out before I buy the pedal, the yoke as well. 2-in-1. We will see. Because I might get like a Cytec throttle, but if the one from Honeycomb guys are much better, then I might regret it. So I might just wait for it in one go. Amazon Global. Although I think it depends on the product as well. But if it says so on the page, then it should. Unless they have a bug somewhere. I'll open it later for me and see if it really does. This is cool. Just gliding along. A little bit of engine braking. Help us manage that turn. Perfect. That's what being up above 10,000 feet does for you. You get a lot of glide time afterwards. Yes. Kenworth K100E got an update, changed some things. Yes, I don't notice it anymore. I don't notice it though, to be honest. It looks great, but I don't notice the difference. Overfloater has a video on it, comparing the old and the new. The new looks much better, but if you just do it to me like a blind test, I wouldn't know which is which. Because they both look good to me. To the untrained eye, I think they look the same. Loving these bends. Somehow these bends were more deadly before. They seemed a bit more unstable before, but I guess it's with the truck. This truck is just so stable, so lovely to drive, that it's just so easy going through these bends. Just feels fun. And added a few new accessories. Ah, there you go. Get our speed in check. Yes, there's a winter cover for the grill. I saw that one. Looks pretty interesting. Looks a bit weird for me though. Is that the thing? I guess it's functional, but maybe just not too cool looking. I'll show it to you later when we pass through a mechanic. It's like putting curtains on the grill. Maybe curtains is not the right description. You do see those in the winter, I see. Hear that engine purr. Absolutely lovely. That gave me shivers. 2000 RPM's the sweet spot for this engine. For sure. Stop. Just quite close. Don't tell me this guy is stuck again. Nah, I think he's just biding his time. There you go. Did I go the right way? I think so. Let's see. Now we should be able to go faster. A bit of night driving is actually quite fun. 34 hours. Oh, we have a lot of time. Nice. Here we go again. Squeeze to the left, please. Thank you. This looks like quite a weird thing. Like a junction in the middle of a highway. But I guess it's not an interstate, so it does happen. Stop sign makes sense. Thanks, Jay. Have a look. Oi! Yeah, that needs a bit of improvement. Stopping in the middle like that. Either go or you don't. Don't hesitate. Tractor or semis over 30 feet, something. Missed that notice. I think that includes us. winding road. Iveco S-Way. Is that the new one? Is that the one that looks like a next-gen Scania? I haven't seen it yet. Just shows you how little of an interest there is in Iveco. Jan 30. Wow. It's going to make it in time for my birthday. Tricky. Tempting. We'll see. Maybe before they didn't ship globally, but now they do. I'm hoping. We'll see. No, I meant the honeycomb. What time is it? It's 1:20. Okay, a little bit more of night driving. Yeah, the shipping globally from Amazon I am familiar with, but it depends per item. Quite interesting actually. What would make them limit shipping outside? If it's like, I don't know, laws that don't allow export, or I have no clue. Just preference, company decision. Maybe it costs extra to allow it for export. Maybe there has to be some licenses to allow that. No clue. Nice full moon for night driving. Oh yes. Nice. Yeah, Mrs. Clumsy would love that. Even if it's a bit foggy. Oh, that's a humongous star. Maybe that's Venus right next to the moon. Can you see it? It feels like we're in a different planet. That would be a good guideline. The Death Star, oh my goodness. Everybody hide. Speaking of the Death Star, has everyone watched Star Wars? Is it still in cinemas? Maybe not anymore. Alright, Anime. Have a good one. Thanks for dropping by. Catch you next time. My GPU memory allocation, 90% of my memory has been used up. Lots of textures getting loaded here this time. Doesn't happen often anymore with ATS, but maybe does it have something to do with the latest drivers I installed for NVIDIA? Not sure. Not since Disney moved on it. You didn't watch the new series, the new trilogy? I enjoyed it. I mean, I wouldn't call myself a hardcore fan, but I am a casual fan of the Star Wars series. I like it. So I'm not really that, hooked to the original, vision of George Lucas. Yeah, I enjoyed this movie. I've heard a lot of negative things about it, but personally, I enjoyed it. I was expecting to be disappointed, and even from the first few minutes, I was like, wow, this is cool. And all throughout, it's like with everything that's been happening, I was like, wow, this is such an amazing movie. I still have to Google something though about the ending. I didn't quite get the significance of that, but I'm sure it means there could be more movies coming up ahead. But I won't spoil it. But there's something about the ending I want to Google to understand what it means. What is the significance of that? Oh, same for you, Jay. With the new NVIDIA driver? I wonder why. Maybe it changed some of the logic, huh? Well, as long as it doesn't go over, maybe just freeze it up on demand when it really needs to. So in case it needs to go back, it doesn't need to reload that again. Maybe. We'll see. You watched Star Wars a long time ago when you were a kid. Haven't watched it since. Yeah, I've watched it a couple of times again since then. Welcome to Nevada, the land of 65 miles. Or 80 miles sometimes, depending on the highway. That's fine. You're using the older driver. Ah, okay. Something to do with the game or some mod. Maybe. Didn't change much though with this profile. Well, as long as we don't go over, I'm fine. Yeah, I like this truck much better. The Lone Star had cheese brakes. This one does not. Trucker. By the way, I started watching the Titans, the new season. I hope I like it. Maybe it's coming off from Billions, where the plot is so entangled. In here, in Titans, it's more straightforward. But I was a bit let down with the first episode. Like, how that particular problem got solved is just like because they're the hero or something. I don't know. But hopefully the next few episodes make much more sense and are less of the... You know how it is with when things, the plot doesn't make sense. It's just that the good guy has to win. It felt like that to me. Understand the ending of the last movie, Star Wars 1, which came out after Star Wars 6. You mean episode 1? Oh. Or I can Google it. Nice. Thanks for the hint. Hope I don't forget after the stream. It'll be even more confusing. That's good. I like complicated plots. I don't like the good guy wins because they're the good guys. That's why I love the season 1 ender of Titans, because it was not all fancy unicorns and rainbows and stuff, right? But yeah, the start of season 2 was just a downer for me. Everything that got built up in season 1, it just like poof, put to waste that episode. But hopefully makes more sense. I'll try to plow on through. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel, and feel free to say hi so we can give you a proper welcome. I have a ton of series and movies on my list in Netflix, lagging behind. Then the other one I want to watch is the Irishman. Oh my goodness, my dad would have loved that. Absolutely would have loved that. His favorite actors were there. Robert De Niro is his favorite. Al Pacino as well. And who was the other one? Joe Pesci. But yeah, like the classics, the old timers, the veterans, however you call them. I remember, I think one of his favorite movies was The Heat, or Heat. I think it's just Heat. I think it's like a bank heist, and it was like Robert De Niro is the robber, and Al Pacino is the cop. So it's like a cops and robbers kind of deal movie. And it was, he watched that like, I don't know, more than 10 times on a DVD. He bought a DVD and just, that was the time when he had his own home theater system. He was always watching that. So he loved it when those two actors came into the same scene. And I think this movie has a lot of those. So he would have loved that. So I think I'd want to watch it too. Just to tell him the story. Who knows, he might be watching with me. Someone got hit. Someone got hit accidentally. Quote unquote accidentally. With that old timer comment. Not saying who. No mechanic here. Can I show you? Is it the carriage? Man, just enjoy driving this truck. I have not realized before how refreshing it is to drive this compared to other trucks. I don't know, just more free. Just moves when you want it to move. No complaints. Sounds amazing too. Looks great. And has that CG paint job. Beautiful. Before, one of my favorites was the Freightliner FLB. But I think I would choose this any day now versus that one. It's still an amazing truck, the Freightliner FLB, but I don't think it has any match whatsoever with the K100E. We resemble that remark. The Mormon cab over. Oh, right. Is that the one Harvin is working on? Or who's working on it now? Lots of them, right? Me back. Hey Rohan, I was just talking about The Irishman. I haven't watched it yet, but I know you were recommending it to me. And I watched the trailer and I would love to watch it. I was saying my love would have loved it. Harvin is working on a version of it. That's what I remember. Also, Frank Pero has his own version, I think. And was XBS doing something as well? Or I'm mixing people up now. Frank Pero already has it available. Ah, not compatible with DX11, I see. Oh, that's pretty crappy. Because now you don't have a way of driving it. Well, you could if you go back to 1.35, I guess, huh? 7 new trucks. Wow, he has a lot of time. Any idea which is which, or which trucks those are? And anyone you're looking forward to the most? I have no idea where Overfloater came from, because I think this is his first truck mod, so I couldn't really, like, he just came out of nowhere and came out with the most amazing truck. So pro. I wonder if he's had previous experience with modding before, because it seems like it, having such a well polished piece of art like this one. Freightliner Classic, like the Freightliner Classic XL. That was by, oh, was it Oddfellow? I can't remember. So that same truck or older? I think that one was your favorite, right, Alex? The Freightliner Classic. He was part of the GTM truck team. That would explain a lot, actually. Learning the best practices through that combination of masters. Yours. So is XPS also working on a Mac? Freightliner Classic XL is always one of your favorites. I remember that. Bought one from John Luda. A Paybear truck, was it good? Was it worth it? Awesome mod. Nice. Classic XL mod was the very reason you bought ATS. I see. We have a huge case of pop-in terrain here. That's something that needs to be worked on. I'm not sure if the workaround can solve that though, or if that's too far away. It cannot be tricked. I remember some of the guys over in the Discord suggesting that I make a map modding stream. Like I go into the map editor and fumble around. I think that's the only valid description for it, with me doing it at least. Let's take a photo here. These mountains look fabulous. Fabulous! But we would need to have someone familiar with the map editor when I do that. Otherwise, it would just be frustrating. Now, how can you complain with that kind of view? Right? Amazing. Amazing. Clumsyville, New McClumsy, capital of Mrs. Clumsy City. Oh yeah. We would override Sacramento with Clumsyville. And it would only have one T junction, so that it's friendly for the they call this, the performance. This engine sounds tons better when it's in the high rev range, like 1500 to 2000 RPMs. We'd have to do the map modding stream in Tagalog. That would be perfect for April Fools, huh? A stream in Tagalog and map editing. everyone would just rage quit. I guess me included in that case. Oh my goodness, this truck is just amazing. I think I'm enjoying it so much, I'm now thinking driving it in Europe, in ATS 2, which is a big no-no for me. I don't think I've ever done it because I started trucking when ATS came out, so there was no reason for me to play with American trucks in Europe anymore. But just because how this truck is so good to drive, I'm getting tempted to drive it in ATS 2 as well. I know some folks have no problem with it, and just personally I don't like that. I like sticking with US trucks in the US, European trucks in Europe, but we can always make exceptions. We'll see. No! Haven't used the map editor since 1.35. Yes, they changed how to get into it. I would have no idea how to do it. But I remember, was it Mandelsoft or Mantrid who made a launcher to make it easier for the mappers. You can pick which DLCs are active and all that stuff. Hey Farm, it's okay if I call you Farm. Welcome to the stream. How are you? Exactly 100 subs left for 20k. Oh, nice. We can do this, guys. We can do this. Hang tight. 20k for 2020. We can make that a thing. Hey Dal. It's been a while. Glad you're able to join the stream. How are you? 101 unsubbed. What a troll. The frog emote. Stick to 60. I'd like to hear those higher revs though. Reduced speed ahead. Hey Fanta, welcome to the stream. Are you a trucking fan as well? Doing good, man, doing good. What have you been up to these days? Stop sign even has that blinking light, so you can't miss it. That blinking light is so useful. I remember seeing that in here in Singapore. We have in the Expo MRT station, Expo is the name of the station. There is a way, there's like a connecting part to get to the airport, and of course that's the main station that the foreigners, that the visitors get into when they have to get back to the airport. And so when pointing out which direction to take, this way to the airport, things like that, they actually just put in a simple blinking white light in front of the sign, this way to the airport, just so you would get to notice it because there's movement. It's a very simple thing, but a very effective thing. I mean, if the light was not there, I would have just ignored it every time, even if the sign was staring me in the face. It's nice how they come up with these things. Very smart. Is that the Yar face? Jack, maybe you should do something like what Jay did. Put his own face in the emotes. That face, that Yar face would make millions. Millions of unsubs maybe. That blinking light would have been handy when somebody was looking at balloons. That's true. Would have been the perfect opportunity. Ooh, nice textures on the mountain there. Even if we do have some mountains creeping in, popping in. That's the one. J. Coolio. Famous Indian rapper. Speaking of Indian, we watched this movie. I might have told you guys about it already. What was it? It's an old one, but it was in Netflix. Three Idiots, I think is the name. Such a good movie. Nice story. Funny characters. Good message. Thought that was Jack. Kill millions. Okay. Eureka. I think this has been part of Sierra Nevada as well. I'm not so sure though, don't quote me on that. But yeah, Eureka NV. Is there a Eureka in another state? That's why they changed this or highlighted this as Nevada? Three Idiots, yeah. Looks like a classic. Eureka, California. Ah, hey Ron. Thanks for joining, man. How have you been? Is that Rohan? Oh, that's Bob? Couldn't be more fitting, huh? Nailed it. Twitch being twitchy. Yikes. Hang tight. Why am I not discovering Eureka yet? Hello? Is that a bug? I mean, I'm literally on the road of Eureka. We skipped it. We missed it. How can that be? Maybe I should have turned right there. Maybe very small catchment or something. You were farming again. Nice. Farmer run. You couldn't get Eureka discovered either. I see. Yeah, looks like one of the bugs that need to be squashed. There you go. Check me out on YouTube, guys, if you want almost daily videos. Trucking, flying, transport fevering, and all the other sims you can think of. YouTube channel, let's hit 20k subs. 100 more to go. Merchandise, if you want the CG mug. Ouch. That's the price of advertising. Sometimes it's too high a price to pay. CG mug. Don't have the reversed version yet though. The GC mug. Jack's best friend. Nightbot spamming, nothing new. Join the Discord server for more happiness. More of this insanity that's happening in chat right now. And the VTC, so you can ride with us and see how you compare with each other in terms of miles driven, fuel economy, and stuff like that. Might ask Nightbot to buy a CG mug. You can ask all you want. I think he'll just block off your messages though. He's very good at that. Exactly what Alex said. Small price for salvation. Thanos. Wow. Words from the guy himself. $55 in Nevada? Oh, because there's a junction. Okay. Fine. Why does that frog get you triggered? Oh crap. No! Why are you slowing down? pass with care. I'll pass you with care, alright? If I can catch up to you first, that is. There we go. It's more like it. Long time no drink. Yeah, I used everything up. I drank everything already, I think. Tequila. I've had plenty of wine last night. We finished the bottle. Yeah, that was a good rest though. Can't wait to get back to it. I have to get my weight back to normal though. Gained a couple of kilos over the holidays and I have not been able to catch up yet. So when I do get back to my ideal weight again, then I can pizza it up. It's hard though, getting rid of these bad habits. The occasional ice cream or chips, so hard to resist. Ooh, fancy. Wine stream incoming. Map mod will come. I have no clue. Still no clue. They're still ironing out bugs. Yeah. IRL stream from the restaurant. Twitch live. Sure thing, doll. Glad you made it today. Can't stop playing the Yelp PUBG. Go and own him. Catch you next time. Thanks for hanging out. Enjoy and have a great weekend. I think we're past the Sierra Nevada areas. I saw the sign a while ago. Oh yeah, stop. Okay, good. Thank you. Beat up. We've been cutting and seeing great results. What, like cutting classes? Oh, that's bad. Different cutting maybe. Okay. Tono pa? Nah, let's go straight. Still have some water left. Tequila left. "60-inch 4K TV. Oh my goodness, I can imagine. The shift from 23 to 27-inch was so large already. How much more than 60-inch? Oh yeah. And imagine if you have the full rig, like the how do you call it, the racing chair and the attachment for the steering wheel. Oh my goodness, that's cool. I wonder what's better, that 40K, that might be nice. 60-inch 4K TV or VR. VR presently looks great, but I think it's not as high quality, right? Not as high resolution. Sure thing, Rohan. Thanks for the bits. That's your next purchase, the cockpit. Awesome, man. Enjoy. VR with 60-inch 4K TV. Like here, 60-inch on each eye. How far to go, guys? Can we make it? We have 15 minutes. We have 282 miles. It's going to be tricky. I think we'll have to speed up. Time for real clumsy trucking. 8K TV. Goodness. Time to speed it up, even if it doesn't seem like it. The sounds are massive, but the speed is not. 8K TVs, is that going to be a thing now? Oh my goodness. $2080 Ti and SLI. 8K might require that new Ampere NVIDIA GPU. Has there been any news yet on that mysterious AMD card that beat the 2080 Ti? I'm guessing that's going to be cheaper than the 2080 Ti, or at least same price. That can be very tempting to get. Oh my goodness, I cannot go, and I'll have to speed up, guys. Sorry, I'll have to break some rules here, like so. Evasive driving, or invasive driving, I think is the better term. No word on the AMD GPU yet. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking of. So if they beat the 2080 Ti, that's great, but that's not really the one they'll have to contend with. It's the hit the railings instead of the cop, so that we have no penalty at least. Yeah, by the time they release that, they'll have to beat the 3080 Ti as well. Or maybe that's not their goal. Maybe their goal is not to be the highest high-end. Maybe it's more bang for the buck. More affordable prices at high-end rigs. I can get behind that. I mean, I probably won't have budget for the 3080 Ti anyway, but I might have for the high-end GPU. Oh crap. Yeah, all hell breaks loose. There you go. Invasive driving 101. Yes, if you had a motion rig, I probably would not have survived that one. Oh crap, that was close. Rip. That's the one, EK. That's the one. That's my emote right there. Oh crap. No! Here we go again, guys. Nailed it. Stuck through that wall. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Is that what they say? Oh no. This is where we test the stability of the K100E. And given that I'm really butchering it, it's still proving super stable. Oh crap. Okay. Still there. Still there. Might have to overtake again soon. Might have to go off-roading. A little bit of mud runner. Some mud runner skills required. We had to bury it. Thank you for turning off. It was my favorite when it was still working. Man, contrast is real. Please no cars, please no cars. This is going to be tricky. I see one. Oh crap. Thank you. Just like the movies. There we go. Phew. Slow it down a bit. Would be a great first truck in ATS trucker for hire. Oh, that's true. Yes, definitely. And actually, like a trucker for hire series in ATS. But do you guys know of any quick jobs mods? You know, things that add like accessories, add different trucks. I think the K100 is in quick jobs, so at least there is that. But like when you're driving the others. I'm not sure either. I actually don't know. I just assumed. But yeah, it might not be. But yes, I would love to have a trucker for hire series in ATS. It would fit very well. Stretching it. Not too shabby. Just a guy in a hurry. Don't think I've done quick jobs in a long time. Yeah, because it doesn't pay well. And once you have your own truck, there's not much reason to switch. But yeah, I think it needs more attention. You do so much with it. Only if you had more options. There's a car incoming. This is how Filipino drivers overtake, by the way. Look at that. Like a boss. Oh crap. Don't stop! Don't slow down! Insane! Come on, man. Skills. This is Filipino driving skills at its finest. You tend to learn these things when you drive in Manila. Oh man. Now the fun is gone. Seto. That one, I won't last a lap there. All pro all day. Quick Jobs Tune mod, older version. Oh, it's not as simple. I see. Oh man, yeah, I wish they updated. I would start a series if they had one. Alright, Sulaiman, thanks for hanging out with us. Hope you enjoyed that adrenaline rush, if you can call it that. This is how you play ETS name. Have a great weekend, Sulaiman. Catch you next time. I might join at one point. I need to install it first though, and I'll have to really screw in my steering wheel. Mrs. Clumsy might get mad. Itchy legs, is that where it came from? What the heck is happening here? All the speed we gained got negated by this stop sign, so I think I'll just remove this from being a stop sign altogether. No need to stop, guys. See, no sign. Wow, now that's laggy. First time I think the game lagged below 30 there, or 60, and not just a stutter. The Manila Gorilla. Gorilla in Manila 2020. Rip. Why is everyone stopping? No stopping. What kind of traffic AI behavior is that? Weird. Make way, make way. Mountain time zone. Didn't know they would put that in. Did it really change? Utah state line. Welcome to Utah, guys. Is it mountain? It is mountain time zone. Nice. It shouldn't be MDT though. I think it's MST right now. But yeah, because we have summer weather in natural lux, but frosty mod textures. Pull in? No. No pulling in here. I'm too busy. You guys catch me if you can. See ya. Losers. It's been so long since I got penalized with this. Oh, they didn't even see that guy. There, that the one. So $700. Jadar. Before the credit card starts burning. Yeah, I might ask her to buy me a yoke. Nah, I can't ask her of that. Whenever Rohan races with us, he gets itchy legs. Itchy in what way? That doesn't sound so good. Shh. Like accelerator happy. Itchy as in fleas. Yikes. Told you Rohan should be taking a bath every day. This is driving. Maybe not. This is the fastest I can go, and we are barely breaking the speed limits. Interesting. Extend by 31 minutes. Not if I can help it. as long as you stay on this highway. I'm going to hog the fast lane. $75 up ahead? No. No need for that slowness. 10 seconds left. We'll have to teleport soon. We'll extend for a bit just until we finish that job. If I fly off though and tip over, it's going to be time to teleport. Oh crap, winter physics kicking in. Don't fail me now. Rage quit. That can work also. Welcome to the channel, thanks for following. Lurk away, or more than welcome to join us in chat as well. Man, all lanes occupied. Kind of invasive maneuvers will we need here. Left lane looks like. Oh crap. Curvature up ahead. Oh crap. Okay. Shoo. Not that sharp. Thank goodness this truck is stable. That could have been quickly a disaster. Just like this one. Oh, my bad. You were in the blind side. It was your fault. Stay in here. Yep, that's the one. Man. Kind of missed Utah actually. All these junctions. Okay, turning off here finally. Almost there, guys. Almost there. All roads lead to Ireland. Hey, Megawatt. Thanks for the follow, man. Appreciate it. This is fun. Does it look familiar from how you truck? There we go. Green? Yes, green. Thank you. After all that speeding, paying attention to the traffic light doesn't sound so consistent, huh? Flying through the city, 50 miles an hour. Don't do this at home, kids. Oh, we're almost there. Beezer Homes. That's the one. You wanted urgent? You get urgent. Now how do we park this? I hope we can just rotate. Turn around like this one. Please be the right direction. I can see it. Yes, perfect. Okay, good. Late. I don't think I will need to interview over at Swift. I think it's an automatic pass based on the merits shown. Oh crap, that's so far away. I have to cut that back like so. Come on. There you go. I'm not sure how it bought that, because if you look, oh, it's not too bad, huh? It's not too bad. Yeah, okay. Look at that, 27 hours. You were there. Didn't sleep an hour. You were awake for more than 1 day straight. 22k almost leveled up, made up for that mishap in the first job. GG like a glove. That's what pressure does. Triggers the sense of urgency. And the floating thing seems to be gone, so it looks like when there's a load, at least the backhoe is when that floating thing comes up. Alright. But we will call it there, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for sticking and putting your seatbelts on. So you're still here? No one flew off? Thanks for joining. Catch you guys on Discord, right? Appreciate the company. As always. 26 minutes. GG guys, catch you on Discord. Thanks Alex, Jane, Rohan for moderating. Appreciate the support. And everyone else for being here. Jack, Megawatt, EK. Am I missing anybody? Blah. And whoever else I have missed. I'm sure I have missed somebody. Patrick, thanks guys. Catch you on Discord, okay? And if you haven't joined there yet, !Discord gets you there. Have a great weekend, Jay, and everyone else. Catch you there. Racing. I'll try. Normally my weekends are Mrs. Clumsy filled though. We'll see. Thanks and bye-bye. Clumsy Trucking. Oh man, this looks so good.